the Lord ain't watching you. Nobody's watching you. But all this time, whenever the you're put before the judgment seat, you ain't gonna have no cloak for your sin. That's why he came into the world, to give the elect the tools and necessities to walk in the valley of shadow of death, man. Y'all think it's repetitive. You think it's based off who and what you are, or how much money you make, or how high stature you got it here on the earth. That's what makes you guided by the Lord. No, that doesn't make you guided by the Lord. It makes you just, the Lord had it set up for you to go through that. To be guided through the Lord, through the Spirit, is you being in these scriptures and rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and going out to the highways and the byways and proclaiming his name, Yahweh Shai, and denouncing every other form of wickedness and any knowledge that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You're supposed to cast that down. You're supposed to strike it down immediately and tell the truth to your neighbor and put away all lies. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't rehearse none. Y'all don't practice none of that. Y'all don't even know that what it all boils down to is this book. It has nothing to do with me, you, or nothing like that. It's all about this truth. And once you get these scriptures, that's when you start applying it, and you start examining yourself and transforming and Lord willing, Yahweh shall allow you to be transformed into a new man. And that new man is going to be guided by the Spirit. Not about how well you speak, not about how eloquent you sound, or how you hold your head up high like a man. That has nothing to, that's not, when Yahweh guided Samuel, the prophet Samuel, to find out David, he said, don't look for, a man that's with great stature, because I don't judge according to the way men judge out the outward appearance. Find out where, you know where it's at? I got it. So that's what it really is. The Most High is not about what you people deem as being great or accepted. Most High is dealing with people that are gifted and blessed with the gift of faith. All right. But the rest of you people, like the scriptures say, y'all are dead twice. Y'all are twice dead. Y'all are the valley of shadow of death, or the valley of the dry valley of bones, and yet you're still there in the dirt, while other ones are resurrecting, coming back to life, to the true nationality, knowing that they were once Gentiles, that this Gentile state of mind, now they're brought back to knowing that they're a Hebrew Israelite. It has nothing to do with black, brown, or white. It has everything to do with the Spirit and knowing that you believe and have faith that you're a Hebrew Israelite, and that you know that Yahweh only came for the nation of Israel. The Most High has not forgotten that these people are his children, man. You think the God of the Bible is like he's dead, like that movie. God is dead, but it has a crack scratched out, not dead. Because that's how it is in America. God's dead and God's not dead. Y'all want him to be alive when y'all ready for him to be alive, and when y'all ready for him to be dead, y'all let him be dead. That's why the scriptures are specific and very strict on that. If you fall off, there's no way of getting back to the grace of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because you're re-crucifying him all over again and putting him up to a public shame. You 2/3, you ain't got no remorse, or y'all are selfish people, man. Y'all keep putting up the Lord up there, killing him. Abusing him, neglecting him. That's why it's specific in them scriptures. It was Hebrews 6 and is it Hebrews 6 where it says that once we're enlightened, it's impossible for them. And then you got Hebrews chapter 12 or 10 where it talks about that if you, with 2 or 3 more witnesses, you will be, every law shall be established, and you're going to be dealt with accordingly to the law. And it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, for he is a consuming fire, man. That's why those scriptures are there, because you people take this thing for granted, and you walk all over it. You want them to be alive, and you want them to be dead. It don't work that way. That's why the Most High got certain men set up that are going to keep pushing it, declaring it, proclaiming it, that Yahweh was alive, man. That Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is alive. Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the
outward. For the Lord seeth not the way man seeth, man. The Most High God's X-ray vision sees right through anybody. The Most High can choose a mighty man with great stature, 6 foot 8 inch, you know, Jake. He can, but it's because what he sees inside, not because what he sees on the outside. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
He looks at the heart, man. He looks what's inside of you. You know? And that's what you people, man. Y'all people act like because, you know, we're not in a building, we're not a licensed pastors, that we don't have that right. Get the hell out of here, man. Y'all don't know anything about the Bible. The Bible is the most organic and the last living thing that's truth on the earth. The rest, everything else is defiled. This book can never be defiled, man. No matter how much Esau tries to mangle, twist, take, and add out, it's always gonna come out. It's always gonna be brought back out. The truth is always gonna be sought out, man. Wisdom of Solomon bear witness to that truth. Or King Solomon bear witness to that truth, that the spirit cannot be restrained, cannot be taken and manipulated. It goes freely where it will, and it gives to those that are lucky enough to be endowed with that gift, the spirit, the mysteries.
One of the things that Solomon did when he first prayed to the Most High gave him that. He was able to sup with the spirit, because he wasn't asking for what you people asked for. He asked for the right things. He got that first question right. He got the answer right the first time. He didn't ask for mammon, women, you know, whatever, alcohol, whatever. He asked for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And the Most High gave him 360 degrees, like the brothers keep on saying. 360 degrees, because he was able to. He was basically like when the Most High had David. David was after the Most High's heart. So what about his son? And his son, man, was the smartest man that ever lived on the planet. And he received it all because he wasn't doing what the brother said that you people do today. He wasn't abusing it. He wasn't neglecting it. He didn't want to try to hide his works.
He was in the right spirit. He sought out the mysteries, man. He sought out. He went straight to the source and asked, you know, and faith, man. And that's what was granted unto him. I got this scripture in James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, had not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him.
Right. It says, has he not chosen the ones that are poor but are rich in faith? Because man, it's so crazy. You people can't even. The Most High requires a very small amount of faith, but even that is incredibly hard to get, man. Even that small ass amount. Because the scriptures tell you, man, Yahushua said that all you needed was a faith as small as a grain of a mustard seed. He said, "Is not this the smallest seed among all seeds?" And for that much for him to require of you, and yet for a man to not be able to attain it, except to be given, because it's a gift of the Most High, it's not freely taken. Or it's a free gift, but you can't take it yourself.
It's a small thing, but it's hard to gain. It's hard to be received. That's why you have to wait on the Lord to give it to you. And the one thing, men are based off reason and understanding, right? They're not based off emotion and shit like that. We can, but mainly we have a thought process that goes through. We think about things logically and you know, meditate on certain things. But even a man that has that great ability lacks faith. He can't accept. It's just like he has to have a tangible thing. He has to know that he sees it and feels it. You know, the elect, or they don't need a tangible thing. It's intangible. The scriptures, man, the words, the promises. You know, we don't need a physical. The faith. That's what faith is based on. We don't need no physical form of feeling or seeing to believe. We read it and we believe it. You know. That's what faith is, man. Seeing, hoping, and seeing in things that are not manna, or Hebrews 11:1. You know.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. But you know, I mean, what he's talking about, you know, you got to ask for these things first. Everything else comes after it. You gotta first learn, man, that you need the basic faculties of how man is supposed to be, and those will come from the Most High. Without those, man, what the scriptures say in Proverbs 20:24, man's goings are of the Lord. What man can know his own way? You need to be taught, you need to be directed, and only through the Spirit can you get that.
This is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And that's the difference between a spiritual man and a carnal man. That's why Yahweh Shah, he's not looking for a great mighty man. He's looking for a man that's gifted through the Spirit, and that's pretty predestined, and that has that key. All right? And Yahweh Shah is going to fill up the rest. This is 1 Corinthians 1:25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than man, and weakness of God is stronger than man. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of the world, and things which are despised, hath God chosen. Yea, and the things which are not, to bring not things that are.
And real quick, there's what the brother told me. He made a comment to me the other day, and it was beautiful. He said, a man with wisdom is stronger than a mighty man, because that man with wisdom, he knows how to go around. Plus, he's got the thing. That man with true wisdom, not the wisdom of the world, but the wisdom of the scriptures of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. He's stronger than, but because he's got the Yahweh Shemiah Shah on the side, but he's also got the spirit from Yahweh Shemiah Shah on the side. He's got those words in his heart. He knows how to maneuver around the situation. A mighty man can only go so many rounds.
Oh, a mighty man's gonna go straight through. And you know, he has an ego.
Yeah.
He's overconfident. You know, he's arrogant, pompous, hubris. You know, and we know what happens to those. They fall mighty. They fall. The bigger you are, harder you fall. So the bigger your pride is, the harder you're gonna fall. A wise man's gonna go around, maneuver around certain situations to escape. You don't have to go straight through to show that he's strong. You know, that's part of being wise, man. You gotta know how to play the game. You gotta know how to. It's like playing chess. You gotta outsmart your opponent. It's not about how fast you can move your pawn or your king or queen or get it to over there. It's about taking your time and maneuvering and waiting and reading and calculating. It's all about calculations. I got Ecclesiastes 7:18. It is good that thou shouldest take. It is good that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thy hand. For he that feareth Yahweh shall come forth of them all. Wisdom strengthened the wise more. Wisdom strengthened the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city.
Because first, like I said, and what was the one we just read? We said, oh, well, the one I just read in Matthew, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first and his righteousness. Because that wisdom is righteousness. Scriptures always tell you, man, it's plain, it's evident, it's been made known for all, since the time of man's been here. And when you fear the Most High and you truly believe on him, you're safe. Lord willing, you're safe. If you follow after the Most High the right way, your mind is right, you don't abuse it, then you're basically striving for perfection, and the Most High finds you out to be worthy, you're protected. You can't be destroyed, man. You got those walls. That's why it was a metaphorical thing when it was always talking about these walls. I mean, it was real, but it was a metaphor to show you that the city with walls, man, is strong. And we're all like, and each man, individual, is like his own city built with a wall. But with that city together, it's an impenetrable, unbreakable wall.
We're all lively stones. We're all lively. Each individual of the elect are stones being stacked up. The foundation is Yahweh Shai, and but above that is the apostles, the prophets, the apostles, and so forth and so on. To the least of the brethren of the elect. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 13. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good.
Right there, man, it's like when Yahweh said, which man was justified? That mighty man or that poor wise man? Even though, and that's how you look at us. That's how we know we're doing things right. Because y'all despise everything that we say. And we're not remembered. What's the one in Wisdom of Solomon says? How is he numbered among the lot of the saints? Because you honestly think we're bad people. We're speaking nothing but good things, man. Scriptures tell you, man, how beautiful are the feet of those that bring glad tidings. And we're bringing you glad tidings. Your people, like the brother said earlier, you're just so retarded, you're so wicked and evil, that you honestly believe we're speaking bad things. It's bad because you're going to get that reward that we speak about, but it's good to the elect. It's good news to the ears of the elect. And it's good news to the Most High, because the Most High hears that we're signing, that we're being of sincere hearts. And and that there's still men on this earth in this big city, but we're a small number, but we're still calling upon him in the midst of all the bullshit that Esau puts out. That's why, man. That's how you know wisdom always prevails, man. Or is that the right word? Prevail? It always overcomes. It always triumphs. Real wisdom always overcomes, man. And that's why, in the end, the elect, they're going to overcome the city. They're going to triumph.
1 Corinthians 2 and 10. But God had revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of God knoweth no man, but the Spirit of God. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, we have not received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given unto us of God.
Right, that's right. You can say now that they that run unto the Lord, how's it going in the first chapter? They that run to the Lord are sure and safe. You know, fortress. Yeah. Worship defend him in that day, something like that. Well, basically, like what that brother said, you gotta come to the Most High, man. Worship, okay. No, we're despised. No, we're seen as the offscoring of the earth. The Most High looks at us, all right, Lord will. The Most High sees us, and he sees the trials and afflictions and the persecutions that we go through. daily lives and on the highways.